Manga-Waido.
I'm Takumi Hiraka. I'm in my 30s already, but I still don't have a girlfriend. I figured I would be single forever. But then one day, a relative wanted to introduce me to a potential bride. Wow, she's very beautiful. Her name is Rina. She's the daughter of a relative who has a business relationship with her father's company. Apparently, she's a divorcee. It seems her husband was having an affair. My folks and my relatives urged me to have this matchmaking set up. On the day we met...
I heard you liked movies, Mr. Takumi.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit embarrassing, but I love romantic films. I was really nervous, but she seemed carefree and easy to talk to. We soon realized we had the same taste in hobbies and food. And so, I mustered up the courage to ask if she liked for us to continue seeing each other. And she said okay. About 6 months after we started dating, I proposed to her. All went well up until that point. Ever since we first became intimate with each other, we haven't shared a bed together since. Although we interact normally all day, sometimes, when we're all by ourselves, she sort of just wanders off into her own world. Like she wasn't even with me. When I think back on it, when she went to deliver the marriage application to City Hall...
I know you're so busy, so I'll go and submit it, okay?
Like that, she just went and submitted it herself. And during our honeymoon trip, she seemed uninterested. After that, the marriage looked more like I was sharing a room with a stranger or something. This can't go on. I gotta do something. Hey, Rina. A little surprise.
Huh? What is it?
It's your birthday today, right? This is your present. Happy birthday.
Oh yeah. This is from my favorite shop.
You said you liked the cakes there, so I went there after work.
I'm very happy. Thank you.
She uttered her appreciation, but she really didn't seem all that happy. As a wife, she did her job to the T. She cooked and cleaned, no problem. And she still loved movies like I did.
I knew this guy was going to be the culprit. He seems really suspicious from the get-go.
But halfway through, didn't one guy say, "This guy seems suspicious?" or something like that?
Oh yeah, but I thought it was just diversion.
By her looks, she's beautiful and smart, but still no sharing the bed in the evening. After about 6 months, we even started sleeping in separate rooms because we worked at different shifts. By this time, I was on the verge of just giving up. Then one day, we attended a wedding ceremony for a close relative. Aren't you guys gonna have kids? You're almost 30, Rina. You really should think seriously about having kids.
Well, it's really up to God.
Huh? What does she mean by that? Once we got home, I couldn't keep quiet any longer and asked her, "Hey, what you said today, what did you mean by, it's up to God? I mean, we're not even sleeping in the same room. How are we supposed to have kids?"
I'm sorry. I just didn't know what to say at the moment. I just blurted that out.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand you, Rina. I married you because I love you, but you don't see me as a man.
Of course I love you, and I care deeply for you, but it's just that I can't do that just right now. Please forgive me.
She seemed so vulnerable, and I couldn't pressure her, and so 1 year passed with nothing changing. It was about this time that she started to suddenly go out without advance notice. She'd be gone for a couple of hours, and on some days, she'd be gone for half the day. Are you going out again today?
Yes, I'm sorry. They changed my work shift suddenly.
Yeah, well... As she was leaving, I happened to notice the credit card invoice on the kitchen table. Her spending had recently increased. I wonder what she's using all this money for. She's not having an affair, is she? I was concerned about her, so I figured I would keep a close eye on her for the time being. Then one day, I saw her suspiciously take out a Tupperware box from the fridge and put it into a paper carrying bag. I followed her, and eventually, we arrived at a big apartment building. After that, She repeated the same routine several times. So this is it, huh? She's having an affair! I was hoping it was a mistake, but I had to ask her when she got home. But then, when I got home from work that day, what greeted me was not what I was expecting. Who's the child, Rena?
I beg of you, please let me bring up this child.
Wait. Pardon me? The little girl's name was Yuka. She said this girl was her brother's. According to Rena, when she visited her parents a few months ago, her brother was visiting too. When Yuka spilled her soda all over herself, Rena helped her change. When she took off her clothes, she noticed that Yuka was extremely skinny, more like emaciated. Apparently, her brother was left with Yuka after his wife left him, and he was taking care of Yuka himself.
My brother is the type that does not do any cleaning or cooking. All he knows is work, and so he wasn't able to bring Yuka up properly.
Rena confronted her brother, saying that Yuka needs proper care. Then why don't you take care of her? Actually, why don't you cook her meals and bring it over every day? That sure would be nice.
That's kind of sudden. I really can't. Come on, Rena. Help your brother out. You cook every night anyways, right?
Yeah, I don't see a problem either. Just make a bit more than usual and bring it over. It's the least you can do to help out your big brother. Rena felt sympathy for Yuka, and from that day on, she brought meals to her. And so, what do you mean by you want to bring her up?
Well, I visited my brother yesterday, and he was no longer there. He just left this note.
Huh? Are you serious? The note said, I can't take it anymore. I'll leave the kid with you.
I'll take care of her with my own money. So please, please allow me to take care of her and bring her as my child.
Rena, what are you saying?
I just don't want her to go through what I went through. So please.
What do you mean by that? What did you have to go through that was so bad? She was silent for a while, and then she started to tell me about her past.
I'm actually not their real daughter. I was adopted.
Huh? Really? Rena was living in an orphanage until she was 10 years old. That's when her adoptive parents took her in. Rena had never known her real parents, and she was elated to be taken in by a well-to-do family, but that was short-lived. Rena was treated mostly like a maid. They preferred to pamper their only son.
I don't recall them ever showing affection towards me. I started to think that such a person would never be able to take care of a child, or even have a child of my own. As a matter of fact, I was petrified to have my own child.
What's more, she had a miscarriage with her previous husband that also added to her trauma.
I married you because of the strong urging of my parents, and that your relatives were important business clients. They all pressured me into marrying you.
Are you saying you didn't even love me, but just married me because you had no other choice?
No, that's not at all. I'm very fond of you. We have similar hobbies. You like movies and books, and when I'm with you, I'm relaxed. I finally thought I found the right person.
The reason why she filled in and took the marriage papers to City Hall was because she was afraid I would find out she was adopted. I think you're sincere, Rena. Even with such trauma, you still want to bring up this child.
And I'm not doing this half-heartedly either. I'm serious about it.
I know you are, Rena. Thanks for telling me the truth. What do you say we bring up Yuka together?
Really? You're not kidding, are you?
No, I'm serious. Actually, I should apologize to you for mistrusting you.
You don't need to apologize. Thanks so much, Takumi.
That's how our little family began. Just the three of us. At first, Yuka was a bit nervous and just sat quietly at the end of the sofa. Hey Yuka, I'm Takumi. I hope we can become good friends.
Yeah. Okay.
I bet you're really hungry. What would you like to eat? What's your favorite food?
I'm...
According to Rena, all the while she was living with her father, she was not able to say much. maybe it would be better if you stay with her. At least for now. Why don't you quit your part-time job? I can manage alone. We'll make do.
Thanks, Takumi. I'll do that. It would be better for Yuka.
Rina made meals every day for Yuka, read picture books with her, and took her to the park. It almost seemed like she was her real daughter. But still, Yuka was lonely. She would wake up in the middle of the night and start crying out for her mother.
Mom! Mom! Where are you? Don't worry, Yuka. I'm here for you.
Let's all sleep together, why don't we? I bet you won't be lonely then.
That's right. We're all together now.
Yuka had been with us for 1 month now, and she seemed to have finally become comfortable living with us. Then,
Takumi, it hurts here.
seems like she has a fever.
Huh, really? Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, she's burning up.
Her fever got worse as the evening went on. Oh my god, what should we do? Was it because we took her to the park when it was cold out?
Relax, Takumi. Kids get this way. They get a fever suddenly, and just as quickly, it goes back to normal. We just need some ice packs and have her drink plenty of water, and she'll be okay in no time.
Really? Are you sure? She looks really uncomfortable.
I'm sure, Takumi. I'll keep a close eye on her. You should get some sleep. You have to get up early for work tomorrow, right?
Rina seemed to have the situation under control, so I relented and went to sleep in another room. Several hours later. Hey, Rina, how's she doing?
Yeah. Actually, her fever went down. She seems fine.
Man, what a relief. I was so worried. I don't see how you can stay so calm. I get so panicky.
Yes, well, when I was a kid, nobody took care of me, and I had to do everything myself. I guess it all came back to me, and I was able to take care of Yuka.
I had no idea, Rina.
But I was really confused. I made everything up as I went along. But it seemed to work, so I'm just so glad she's okay. You were a great help, too.
Well, you did a great job, Rina. And there's your proof. Yuka looks much better.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks so much, Takumi.
Yuka recovered completely the next day, and by early afternoon, she was running around the living room. After a while, she got better and better. She gained weight and even started talking more. After 6 months of living with us, Yuka no longer woke up crying in the middle of the night. It was about this time that Rina's brother returned out of nowhere. It seems he ran out of money and came back for a handout. This was our chance to set things straight. We confronted him and demanded that he permit us to adopt Yuka. Of course he was game, but only if we paid him. But when we told him we would accuse him of neglect and child abuse, well, he relented and agreed. And so, finally, we were able to adopt Yuka, and we became her new parents.
Takumi! Over here!
Hey, Yuka! Having fun? After that, Yuka was back to being a cheerful and energetic little girl. She's growing up so fast. It's her birthday today. She'll be 3 years old.
Happy birthday, Yuka. Let's make your birthday cake together. What do you say? Rina? What's a birthday?
Don't tell me you've never had a birthday party before.
It's the day that you were born. It's a happy and joyful day. A happy day? So, happy birthday! That's right. A very happy day for you, for me, and for Takumi. It's your birthday today, so we're going to celebrate this happy day. We want to thank you for being born on this day. Are you guys happy that I was born? Yes, of course. I'm so happy I could cry. What about you, Takumi? You too?
You bet I'm happy. Let's all celebrate today.
Really? Great! I can't wait! I want... No, wait.
Come on, Yuka. The store's gonna close soon.
But they're both so cute.
Okay, then why don't we buy both of them? What do you say?
Really, Takumi? Come on now. We said she could only have one, Takumi. I know you want the best for her, but you really shouldn't spoil her.
Yeah, but She wants both. What can I say?
Okay, I'll take this one now, and next time we come here, I'll buy the other.
Very smart, young woman.
You guys are like two kids in a toy store. Oh, we are in a toy store, aren't we?
Because of Yuka, Rina and I became very close, able to joke and laugh with each other. After a while, Yuka entered kindergarten.
Yuka, you look wonderful in your new uniform.
Yeah, you're the cutest one in the class, Yuka. What can I say? She's cute. The prettiest one here.
Honey, you're hopeless when it comes to Yuka.
You're funny. Hey, Mom, Dad, can we hold hands?
Huh? Yeah, sure thing. Did you just say Mom?
Sure, Yuka.
Dad? Mom.
Yuka.
Our daughter.
Mom, Dad, thank you for everything. I love you both so much. I want to be with you guys forever. Don't go anywhere, okay?
We're not going anywhere, Yuka.
Yes, we love you so much. We'll be with you forever.
That's great.
Thank you so much, Yuka. I will probably remember this day for the rest of my life. As for Rina's brother, last I heard, he was hounded out of town by loan sharks. We later heard from relatives that Rina's real mom had an affair with some guy, but the guy dropped her right away. Her relatives eventually cut all ties with them. Her adoptive parents came crying for help. Apparently, her stepfather's business went bankrupt, and they were in need of cash. Please! All I need is $20,000! I could restart the company with that much!
Please, we brought you up. It's the least you could do for us. I don't owe you anything.
Please, leave. We built a happy family here. Please, don't ruin it. I threatened to call the police if they didn't leave, and that seemed to do the trick, and they sighed and left. I later heard they sold the business for a pittance and now live in an old shack in the countryside somewhere. Several years later, today, we celebrate Yuka's graduation. Rina and I, along with our 3-year-old son, watched as she accepted her graduation certificate from the principal. Yeah, and she's class leader too.
She really worked hard. I'm so proud of her. My dream is to become a kind-hearted person like my dad, and to be a hard-working woman like my mom. A great cook, too. I want to build a happy family like they did for me. Honey, I'm so happy right this moment. Thank you for everything.
Me too, Rina. That day, long ago, it wasn't the two of us who saved Yuka. She was the one who saved us. I made a vow right then and there. I'm going to protect and love this family no matter what.